Sometimes the world just needs a hero to help cut through all the noise.
Well, now you have two.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another Christmas episode of Your Heroes of Noise. I'm one half of this amazing duo. My name is Steve.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas, everyone. Boys and girls, welcome to episode 92. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, what's going on, man? Sorry about that. Now your turn, Santa. Chill. What's happening, everybody? My name is Dan, and welcome to the show. Sorry about that. We have people that get a little overzealous when you put them in front of a microphone, and you know how it goes. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. All right, we're good. I apologize. What's up, everybody?
How you feeling, Dan? How was your week?
Fantastic, sir. I'm still feeling that Christmas spirit.
Since my funk, I have been in an incredible, things are wonderful in life.
It's like you're on medication.
I think this is the normal self. It was just a weird time.
No, I know, but I'm saying the change is noticeable. It's like you're on medication or something like that. So good for you.
I appreciate that. I am high on life.
That's good. I'm coming down myself.
You seem like you're doing well, man. You told me earlier about to do some old Christ mass shopping.
And I'm going to brave the crowds, because no one's off right now, right? Trying to get this all done at the same time.
Dude.
I'm the worst. I totally am the worst procrastinator ever. But we're simpatico this week, right?
Yes, and yes.
Which begs the question, what are we going to get our significant others?
Here's the thing, man. She's giving me, here's my problem, dude. She's given me ideas, but let me ask you something. I know if someone's like, hey, Steve, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, I want this. And they get me exactly that. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if that's how it works the other way around.
Yeah, that's how it's going to stay. 22 years in, and I'm still I don't know what I'm going to do. I have the little checklist, I'm going to replenish this stock from last year, that kind of thing. But I don't know what I'm going to do. There's a lot of territory to cover, and I don't know where to start. So I got to get out there, man, and just sort of figure it out.
Well, here's the thing, dude. For you, you're in a better situation because you guys are so in tune that even if you get something, it's going to accidentally be the right thing because you're so in tune. You know that you could even go off base and know, but I know generally what you want.
No, I get what you're saying. And there is this little gray area that I like to hang out in. I like to have, there's certain things that I can always go to is what I'm getting at. And I don't want to do a go-to gift. I want to do something with a little bit of pizzazz this year. So I don't know what I'm going to do exactly. I really don't. I'm just going to go to the store, the mall. I don't know where I'm going. Maybe we have a place called River Park, ladies and gentlemen. It's a huge clusterfuck of stores. Maybe go there. I don't know. Maybe get some lingerie or something. I don't know.
Oh, wow. After 22 years, y'all still do that?
Yeah, man. I look good in it.
Oh, that's real. You like that open back? I feel
you. You put some garter belts on me.
I feel you, bro.
It's nice.
Yeah, I never, I know a few things, but I want to be creative and be like, yeah, I heard you say that you were interested in that thing 4 or 5 months ago, and I remembered.
Yes, see, now that's the G move. You have to keep your ears tuned in the whole year. And then you just kind of listen, and then, she'll say, oh, yeah, this thing that I saw this thing the other day, Steve. I was this place, and I saw this thing, and it was so cute, and you just go, ah.
Oh, dude, here's the thing. Do you do that?
And then it's like Google search after that for your brain. Anytime she brings it up, it just adds to the list. And you go, oh, okay, so she's mentioned this twice now.
Here's the thing. I know clothes aren't an option because she has a ton of them. I know, I thought about, what if I give her a comforter set? That's trash. Jewelry is way too easy because it's just okay, thanks. But I don't know if she likes white gold, normal gold, silver. I don't know what I know she has a bunch of different jewelry. So it's there's nothing. I just really have to sit down and be like, okay, I don't want to get exactly what she says. I want to be like, whoa, he really put some.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of going off of that's why I asked, I was like, what are you getting?
Don't go off of me.
I kind of need to, dude.
Yeah, they're two different people. Don't go off of me. You have to do this on your own.
I know, but I could at least get some. I kind of could get some pointers though.
I wouldn't. Not this year. Like, I'm serious. I don't know where to start this year. It's really crazy. She's going to be listening to this like, oh, that motherfucker didn't even get me anything yet. But
by this time, oh, yeah. What are you going to get the kids? Oh, wait, you can't say because they're there.
Yeah. Come on, man. What are you, a novice?
But you know, though. But you know.
No.
Oh.
I told you, Steve, I got to go shopping.
Ben is going to be easy. Sarah's going to be a cake. I bet you if you buy her another instrument, she'll be like, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I know what they want, but it's all super expensive, and I don't know how much of that I can exactly swing this year. Like Ben, he wants something that's really expensive.
Did you say?
I almost
what
said
do you
it,
want?
but then that's just sort of like putting it out there, you know.
But did you say, hey, what do you want? And he said, nothing. What do you want? Nothing. What do you want? Nothing. Fine, if I have to tell you, I would like this.
No, it was like, hey, but this started early in the year. What do you want? I want this one thing. Okay. Damn it. That's expensive. So come back to him in March. Hey, man, I know it's early, but, jokingly, get Santa a list yet? Ha, yeah, you crazy Santa Claus. Yeah, I want this. That thing I told you about, that's what I want. That thing that's like $400, that's what I want. Oh, okay. Shit.
Oh, it could be way worse.
No, yes.
It could be
And you know what? There's
worse.
someone out there like, 400's not that bad. Fuck you. Okay? The person that just said that, fuck you.
You're kind of the person, but go on.
And that's not true at all. I'm not cheap. Stop it. You don't know. You're just speculating. You can say my name 9 million times.
Okay, here's what I'll say. It wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if you got it.
I know why you're saying this, but you have to understand that when I gave you a rundown of a really good Christmas we had, I had just gotten this job, plus I had another one, so I was making crazy money.
I'm not even saying that. Yeah,
but crazy money. So I think I was feeling kind of guilty because I was the absentee father for a while. I was just working so much, so I was like, well, let's just go really big, and that's what I did.
Absentee father.
The following year was not the
so
good year.
Overboard.
What, absentee? I know, I'm just being dramatic, but I'm just saying. And the following year, I had the little situation that I've talked about several times on the show. So last year, not so fantastic. This year, I got to go big again. Bigger.
What am I going to do?
Now, see, I was going to tell you, you're okay right now because you're still learning these things. This is year one, and not even year one. When did you guys get together?
May.
Yeah. So you're not even a full year yet. So there are still things that you're learning. So this is a good year to kind of, you could sort of test the waters. You know what I mean? Dip your toe in the Christmas water and see how you do. But see, now you can expand on that next year and you're going to be good.
That's true. And if you know what's funny, because like her little dude is going to be easy. Cam's going to be easy.
Another skateboard.
And then I could give her like, and pull out a cast. Aha. Aha. So
who's thinking ahead? Who always comes prepared.
So those are going to be, and obviously mom says, I don't want anything. Mom's going to get something. I think.
My mom's off the hook. She's like,
what does she want?
She's blasting me on Facebook. Aww. Mom likes and I love you, Mom. I know you might be listening to this one, and I love you, but my mom likes to get those things. She's at that point, Steve.
Oh, boy.
At that point where, on Facebook, her name is Suzanne.
Uh-huh.
And there's, on Facebook, it'll be like, you'll see that shirt that's coming from that company that's kind of suspect talking about, it's a Suzanne thing.
Oh, dude.
She's probably going to hate me for saying that.
Welcome to the Hudsons.
She always sends me stuff like that. And I just don't want to get her that because A, what they advertise usually is not as good a quality. And B, I don't know who this company is.
Nope.
And I've been duped before. That's probably, I'm going to make that C. I've been duped before. So I would much rather go into a place and be able to feel something in my hand and be like, this is what I'm going to give my wonderful mother. Versus taking this chance this late in the year for a wacky shirt that says, I'm a lucky devil or something like that, But
is she serious about wanting those shirts?
I think she's just throwing ideas out. But I know Mom. See, now I've known my mom a lot longer, so it's easy.
Your mom is you're probably good with that. You're probably good with the mom is going to be anything you get a mom, legit she likes it. Like it's legit. Like you're like, I got you a book. What? they like are just happy to get something. I don't know. My sister will just be like, "Thank you, brother," and I'll be able to hear how she says it is if she likes it or not.
Okay, so can I please hear what the fake thank you and then the real thank you?
Here it is. She'll look at it and be like, look down at the card and or whatever I get her. She'll be like, "Thank you, brother." That's the okay. Well, you tried.
Okay.
The other one is, she'll look at the card, look down, look down again. And then make the "you shouldn't have" face, and then be like, "Thank you, brother. Oh, look, Michael." That's when you're like, oh, you're showing Michael too.
Stevie did good.
Yes. But you know what? I found out Regal, they just want a date night card. So I'm good.
So why don't you just hook them up with this Regal Unlimited plan?
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I know. I love this plan so much. I act like I'm selling it or something, but it's a good plan.
$300.
I've really been enjoying my plan.
Dude, you're doing the absolute. Well, next month is going to be my month.
No, I'm really not doing the absolute most, but I'm doing better than I had been. Like last month, I was like, do I really need this? And the answer is you don't have a choice because for the first year you got to pay for it anyway. But I wasn't going to a lot of movies last month because I was busy, so I'm making up for it. And I'm wishing I wish I could see better movies. Oh my god. Dude,
there's nothing good out.
Seen some good ones, and then I saw, we'll talk about that one. Lord have mercy.
I'm so interested. Here's the thing with the one we're going to talk about. I've heard you and I've heard others, and they're nowhere in between. There's either you or the others.
So you're saying there's me and then everyone else?
No, there's either your group,
my group,
or the other group that liked it. But there is no people like, it was fine. There is no in between there.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they're either, and also, you know what?
I'll choose a side.
I don't know if it's smart. I think Twitter is. I didn't realize how dangerous Twitter was until they're like, hey, there's already reviews of the new Star Wars movie, and I was like, oh well, let me click on the reviews. Don't do that.
No.
I did not know there were going to be spoilers.
I'm trying to stay away from it because everyone's so negative about this movie. Have you noticed that?
Oh, no, I just noticed spoilers.com.
Oh, no, the critic reviews have been terrible. I think Rotten Tomatoes, which I don't really pay attention to, I'll be 100% honest with you, but they've been talking about it a lot. I think it's at a 55%. They're saying it is the second worst movie, only behind Attack of the Clones, and I find that super hard to believe.
Come on, dude.
Nah, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's right now, this is, you've got JJ and then you've got Ryan, right?
Yes.
Which essentially could be Dems versus Republicans as far as the divisiveness goes. So it's like, I'm not listening to anyone. I'm going to go in there and see if I like the movie. If the movie hits me in the feels, then I'm good to go. I don't give a shit what people think. I'll rave about it.
Exactly. That's all. And for me, having just jumped a little bit, dipped my toe into the Star Wars, I know I'm not going to be dude, that group of fan base, man. And maybe I'm just bugging, but they just seem different.
No, Star Wars fans are the absolute worst.
Okay, just because I was like, this seems different than any other fandom I'm in. Like even Marvel, people that just like hate Marvel, they won't go in like that. They'll at least like the last Endgame, they'll be like, real talk, it was good. Gee, that's just not, dude, if you don't do what the Star Wars fans want,
the crybabies,
they hate the movie.
You ruined my life. I'm like, you're not
living.
Dude. You're not living then, if that ruined your life.
And also, I also think I just look too deep into the Star. I don't think that I don't know if the director's meant to do that. But either way, I look way too deep. And so I find meaning. And when I see other people being like, that movie sucked, I'm like, man, y'all are some cold fans.
I watched The Last Jedi again last night.
So good.
Again. I should have watched it this weekend for reasons I'll talk about in just a little bit. But I've seen it enough times. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to watch it one more time since the movies. Because I'm going to see it twice tomorrow. Damn. This is Star Wars Eve.
Damn.
What are you doing over there? I hear this noise.
Nothing. Actually, nothing at all. Seriously?
Yeah, but I was just being a dick.
Okay. I was like, this time I'm not doing anything.
No, same noise.
Oh, this time I'm not swinging anything.
It's like, what?
I'm swinging something.
I was like, come on, man. That's a golden opportunity you're missing right there. I'm not swinging a cable, but then again, I'm kind of swinging a cable.
But no, you're going to go see both of the Star Wars. I'm not going to even ask you. We already talked. If you want to hear what we thought about The Last Jedi.
Yes. let's talk about that real quick. Yes, please.
Go for it.
No, please do.
Okay, people, you know I don't do guest appointments. Can we say an appointment?
No, I would say spot.
Guest spot is better, isn't it?
Better than an appointment.
It was an appointment.
I
That's
have an
what I thought of
appointment.
it.
I have an appointment with you on Sunday.
And I push up my glasses. So I normally don't do guest spots. But my boy Steven for Cinecast was like, hey, man, would you like to come on the show? And I was like, well, I say yes to. First of all, we have the dopest name in the history of mankind. I actually looked it up, and from where we grew in Africa, they were like, we need an amazing name. And before evolving, they were like, Steven. Anyway, so we're both Stevens, and I was like, oh, I got to get on. And so we got a chance to get on the podcast, and I was in for a surprise.
These guys, you guys did something.
You guys, I was like, they're like, we also have another superstar, amazing guest that is on 120 podcasts. I was like, really? Like, yeah, I know you've been waiting to meet him. And the drum roll started. And I was like, who could it be? And all of a sudden,
They put a lot of production into their show.
Yes. And then Dan comes out like, if you're summer, I was like, oh, sniff. It's Dan.
Dan! Hey, everybody, it's me, Dan!
And so I was like, oh, sniff. So we were both on at the same time. It was a magnificent show. Would you agree?
I had so much fun. I love talking to those guys, man. Sorry about that. I thought that was going to be a sneeze, and it was neither a sneeze or a cough. It just went, ahoo. So, sorry. I think I'll keep that in. Yeah, no, I
Had
want
a
to say.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. But seriously, thank you to Steve, Kova, Kenny, and Dan. It gets a little confusing when everyone's on at once because we're like I told you. I said, yeah, you said something to me about my age on the show. And I'm like, fuck off, Steve. And then Steve's like, what? He was
Huh?
like, what do you mean? No, not you.
Huh?
Not you. And then he's like, hey, Dan. And the other guy answers. So yeah, it was a little confusing.
Here's the funny part. Okay, so normally Dan gets on me about the noise I have on my phone. And here's the funny part. Like, this is the first time someone was concerned about my well-being. Like, Steven was talking, and he's like, he got quiet. He's like, you doing okay over there?
And I just start dying because. See, the thing is, like, you guys probably hear me say this sometimes, and I'm saying like, "Hey, Steve, what are you doing over there?" I say that every once in a while. I'll say something stupid like, "You building a house or whatever." The way his setup is, it allows me to hear everything that's going on in the background, so it's a lot of noise sometimes. You guys don't hear that stuff, but when we record with Skype, when we do it a little bit differently, we have more people on, you can hear it. And it was, yeah, it's pretty loud.
It was so hilarious. And I was like, oh, I'm never getting asked back on this podcast. But one of those days we got to do a crossover show, like for real, because I had a really good time. It's funny. Okay, this is such a tangential. Last night, I was thinking about how much fun it is to be on their show and about the whole Star Wars thing. And it brought me to a point of like, why wasn't I a Star Wars fan? Do you remember? Because you would remember. Why didn't I watch them before you said go watch them?
You said you had no interest in them.
Daggone, man, I'm harsh.
I think so. I think you just, no, seriously. Like I'm not going to turn this into an analysis of Steve or anything like that. But I do think that you get an idea into your head like instantaneously. You go one way or the other, and you tend to stick to that. So at some point, Star Wars rubbed you the wrong way, or maybe you were more interested. I don't know. I don't understand
it was
the deal.
Fans, I think.
Maybe, but when you're a kid, you're not tripping on the fans. So I don't know.
That's so true. That's so true.
Maybe you were just into your gymnastics and all that stuff.
That's true. And Transformers took over everything.
I can't remember where I said this, but I said it recently. But it's like if one particular year something's on television, and I have several years on you, right? So if I'm really into that year, it's probably not even on your radar at that age. Because a couple years makes a huge difference when you're a kid.
Oh, dude. Yes, dude. Oh my gosh. That's so true. No, you're totally right.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's probably what it is. It's just a matter. And that's why sometimes let's see, what's a good example? Like I have a feeling like this probably doesn't go for everyone, but in my case, I think there's something to do with like anime. I don't know. I can't get into anime the way people that
I
are just
tried.
a little bit younger than me.
Dude, I so tried.
Oh, wait, are you tapping
really-
out?
Oh, anime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tapped out.
Yeah, I can't do it, dude.
Yeah, okay. Then you know what? Probably not going to get a lot of anime on the Heroes of Noise show, just so you're aware. But there are great outlets for that. You can go to Pop Culture Leftovers to talk about it. You can, of course, Blurs Are Us. They talk a lot.
Those are the dudes, yes.
Those are the guys. Those are the Abbotts. They know what's up. Their eyes turn white and shit when they talk about it. It's really cool.
That's a text. I hit up Nana Pratt and I was like, hey, I kind of got into this. Is that anime? And I could tell he was like, I mean, it's on its way. I'm like, oh, so it's like there is a difference between anime and cartoons I think look like anime. That's just not anime. So I'm like, okay, what is considered? Because I did watch My Hero Academia. I think that's considered anime.
Yeah, I think you're good on that one.
Yeah, and I like that.
I do want to check out Dr. Stone, though. I think it's called Dr. Stone. That's the one that Brian recommended. And I go off of his recommendations a lot. Like, he's got really good, solid advice a lot of the time. So I'm going to check that one out. But I think, as a whole, I'm just not a good anime fan. Like, I'm not the guy you would come to ask for advice on that stuff. I have no clue.
Are you a comic book fan?
You know, I haven't had a lot of time to read those lately, but I know that you're into them really big time right now.
Right now. Like, I went back and he was like, were you out of town or something? I was like, no, I just haven't been for a
Where you been, Steve?
Yeah, he's like, were you out of town? I was like, no, I just hadn't. And so I went in there. I was spending entirely too much money at the comic book store later. But there's some really, really good stuff out right now. But I think that is where my quote unquote anime thing is. Instead, for me, it's just comic books.
Like, is that the same thing as manga?
Manga, dude, you are asking the absolute wrong person.
That's okay. That's all right. It's not our deal.
You are. Now, what I will say is that if it is manga, their horror books are the scariest there are.
Yeah, I've heard you and Nana talk about those before.
Oh, dude. I don't know what's going on out there. But whatever it is, they have the creepiest like ideas, visuals. That stuff is really, really good. Whereas here, like say American Vampire, it's not scary. It's just kind of cool. Theirs are like, no, we don't want you sleeping at night. You don't understand. We don't do werewolves and monsters. We do worse. So yeah, I've been in that, but I'm not. I mean, once you watch Dr. Stone, hit me up. Let me know, hey, Steve, jump into this. And I will definitely do it. But you could, I think if you like it, I'll definitely like it. Because you're not even a person that's kind of into anime.
Yeah, I'm going to be more of the Gen Pop.
I like that, dude. When you start using such a cool verbiage.
Oh, I was trying to get on your nerves. Instead of saying general population, I was trying to get on your nerves. Because I know you don't like it when I abbreviate words.
Well, I like that because it makes me think of prison.
Do you like thinking of prison?
Well, it's like sounds cool. Because like when I was locked up, it was we didn't use Gen Pop.
Yeah.
But when I got out.
When they got him out of that locker, though. He was like, oh, dang.
Did you ever get locked in a locker?
Nah. I've never been trash canned or anything like that.
Well, you were, I mean, if.
What?
Nothing. Let's move on.
No, please.
No, I have nothing.
Let's end this year on a sour note.
No, I have nothing to say. I just think I know you didn't get trash canned for sure.
What's no?
That's
please,
all.
no, please.
No,
finish this thought.
I have nothing else to. I'm just simply saying you don't seem like the trash can person. You don't seem like that. That's all.
Nah, I don't believe you, but that's okay. I'll let you slide on this one here. I'm
Like
dying
this-
to know what your original thought was, though.
No, nothing. It was
One would have to go to school to get trash canned. Was that what you said?
No. I'm saying that you're a cool, wonderful person. That why would anybody want to trash can you?
Yeah. See, I'm dying to know where this is going, but we'll spend too much time me trying to get this out of you.
Exactly. You're wonderful.
So Steve was being a dick, and he just doesn't want to admit.
So being nice, even.
That's not. No, you're fake nice right now. I know you, Hudson.
God.
I know you.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
This is not. I don't want to get into the review before the question.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the contact info?
Yeah. What the hell? You want Christmas? Okay. Should we do Christmas this time?
Are you gonna put Christmas time?
I don't know. Let's see what happens here.
All right, here we go.
Hi. I'm Dan Ramirez, and I'm from the Heroes of Noise podcast. We at the Heroes of Noise podcast want to wish you and yours a very, very Merry Christmas. Perhaps you'd like to wish us a Merry Christmas. I mean, why wouldn't you? You're not a selfish bastard, right? Or are you? You know, maybe you should take this time and really reflect on your life. Okay, that's enough time. Let me begin. If you want to get a hold of the show, hit us up at heroesofnoisepodcast@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, that's heroesofnoisepodcast@gmail.com. You can reach me, Dan, at DanQPublic, on Twitter, that is. Steve Hudson, at SE_Hudson Music. And you can reach your boys, the Heroes of Noise, at Heroes of Noise. Go over to our website. Spread some Christmas cheer, would you? Oh, you need to know that. I'll tell you. It's www.heroesofnoise.com. And there, ladies and gentlemen, you can be with us on Christmas. You can be with our friends in the Pods of Justice. And you can get on and leave us a voicemail and wish us happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, whatever else, happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. That's where you leave it. Right there. Other than that, I have nothing else to say, and I'm going to go ahead and stop because I think this has gone on too long. I'm Dan Ramirez.
Wow. I don't think I've ever heard you talk like that for that long.
Each year, thousands of dogs are put to sleep. And it's brutal. No, I'm serious. I mean, like, they put them into a cage and then they just blast them with gas.
Is that really how they do it?
And then they hire someone who doesn't make enough money to drag the dead carcasses out, freeze them, and then eventually cremate them. I'm Dan Ramirez.
Is that true, Dan? Is that how they do it?
This season, at least 25 people will fake their deaths because they're lonely and they just want some attention. Call your friends, reach out to your loved ones, and wish them a Merry, Merry Christmas. I'm Dan Ramirez.
I'm in the Christmas spirit. Is there any more good news you have to share with us, Dan?
This year, Steve Hudson will make the wrong Christmas purchase.
Oh, Lord.
And establish the benchmark for all Christmases to come. Let's wish him luck, because we know he's going to fuck this up. I'm Dan Ramirez. All right, I'm done.
You know what? If I do, it's only up from here.
That's true. This is the year to screw up.
Hey, what was your wife's first Christmas gift from you?
Oh, wow, dude. We're going way back.
That you remember?
Wow. I don't even know, dude. That's a good question. Like, it's not like I got her a gift and went, I'm going to remember this one forever. I don't remember. I've bought her so many things. We've bought each other so many things that I don't remember.
True. Dude, that's 20-something years, bro.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What was it? I cannot remember, man. I mean, I've sort of run the gamut. I mean, there's been electronics and jewelry and clothing and memberships to things. And I remember one year she wanted a KitchenAid. So I've kind of been all over appliances. You know, be careful with the appliances, by the way. Make sure they ask for those.
Oh. Really?
You know? Well, you're not really a misogynist, so it's like, you know, you're not like, where's my dinner? You're not that guy. But if you were that guy, or you're like, why is this house all messy? You don't want to go, here's a vacuum for Christmas, honey.
You
look so good when you vacuum, making my mouth water over here.
See, I think here's my idea. This is like, okay, I have things I want to be creative with, and I have go-tos that will for sure be base model. She's going to like it. And my go-to is a spa day. It's a go-to.
Together?
No.
See, that's where you get the G move. Honey, I got us a spa day.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Have you gone to a spa day?
I would.
But you haven't yet.
No. We've had we had someone come to our house one time, though, and give us massages.
Oh.
Got a little weird at the happy ending part, but I mean,
that's what I was wondering, dude.
No, but I had this lady come over and she was very earthy. Very earthy, I'll say that.
Oh, no. So she was one of those like light candles and stuff?
She's like, let me light some candles and I've got some hot stones. And here, I'm going to hold this weird brass chalice and get this weird little handle thing and
I like that.
around the rim, you know?
Around
That was
the
my
rim.
Yeah. And I said, hey, when you're true, if you're still itching for some rim.
Were you naked?
Why am I laughing this way, man? It's weird. I cannot wait to get out of this seasonal allergy shit because I just sound like that dog Muggsy.
You are breathy.
It's weird. Yeah, today I got some stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen. So pardon all of the kind of stuff you might be hearing. God, that's got to sound terrible. I may edit that out.
No, you're good. Were you naked in your house?
No, I'm pretty sure I had underwear on.
How would you feel about that if Gail went and got a massage?
Uh-huh.
And later on you met the masseuse and it was a dude?
When he walks away, is there a dragging sound?
No.
That'd be cool.
He's not a brother. So
It's got to be a brother for the dragging sound?
But you would be cool if she was naked getting a massage by a dude. You're fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, to a degree. I don't think I need to explain what I don't want to see happening.
Well, no, I'm saying it's a normal, but she, it's a full massage.
Yeah.
And she turns around, too.
Uncovered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Okay, that's what I was like, where's your breaking point? Even though it's totally professional, though.
I don't know if she would do that. So that was kind of twofold. Like, I don't think she'd go for that, and I don't think I'd be comfortable with that.
Well, once we open the door to zombie rock, I don't know, dude.
Zombie rock? Oh, remember? Zombie rock. Sorry. I was thinking like zombie rock and roll. And then
that's for the diehards in the group.
Nice segue to the Patreon page. Hey, real quick, let me address that just because you brought that up. I know we've been slacking this month. I'm sorry the holidays got us, but there is a bonus show coming. We'll let you know right now there is no show next week. It's Christmas. We're taking the week off, and you should take the week off too. You really should. Take some time, spend it with your family. Ladies and gentlemen, next week, on Christmas week, put your goddamn headphones down and spend some time with your family. Build a big wheel. Build a Lego house. Build something, shit. I'm Dan Ramirez. So anyway, yeah, we're not going to do a show next week, but for our Patreon listeners, there is a bonus show coming. The reason that I said that we've been lagging a little bit is we really want to try to get you at least 2 shows a month, not to mention all of our little solo things that we do and whatnot. But this week, and you'll have to pardon me, I am really breathy. Actually, I can hear it when I'm talking to you. But this week, this month rather, it just didn't happen. But I promise you, you have my word. It's going to happen. I'm Dan Ramirez.
I have a question, Dan.
Yeah.
And I know the whole listenership has this question. I've asked you before. You did an incredible show.
I don't have an answer for you, Steve. Thank you, by the way.
Okay, I haven't even asked the question yet. I haven't asked the question, though.
I know. You
I have
asked
not
me a
asked
lot.
the question.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right.
I apologize.
Okay, ready?
Oh, yeah.
You did an amazing show.
Go on.
Everybody was hyped on it. You got love. You went from one topic to the next, talking about some rock stuff I was not familiar with.
They were like, where's this guy going?
It was amazing. And then you did a heartfelt thing toward the end. Everything was wonderful. And then it ended sadly.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly. Everybody was like, I could have listened to another hour. And then I thought to myself, there is a way to listen to another hour, I think. I think there's a way to do that. Dan, when are we going to get another Danathan the Manathan Talks Life?
I don't know, but I can tell you this. There's a new Star Wars movie coming out tomorrow, which I'll probably see at least 5 times in the next week. I may have some thoughts.
There we go. And among other things, you might talk about other stuff too.
Maybe. But we're probably going to also end up doing a dedicated show with some guests. Steve, I know you get a little uncomfortable in the Star Wars talk, but of course you're welcome, sir. It's your show.
Oh, no. I would rather Star Wars heads get in there because I think I definitely make Star Wars too political right now. I think y'all should just have fun and be like, hey.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to just have some fun and tell Steve
have
not to
fun,
show up.
dude. I will be enjoying my
You can put
coffee.
politics into anything, dude.
I think Rian Johnson meant it, though. For sure. Hearing him talk recently, I'm actually not questioning if he did. I know he did. And I was like, oh, but I caught it. but he's that guy. Don't get me started. I'm
I
looking
won't.
forward to the next movie.
Yeah,
I'll
don't
just
don't,
say
don't
that.
politicize my Star Wars, please.
I am looking forward to whatever JJ does, but daggone it, do I wish Ryan Johnson was doing it.
I don't know. It sounds like a lot of people do. I'm so curious what I'm walking into tomorrow.
It's
I'm
gonna be
crazy
amazing.
excited. I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit sad.
I have heard some certain definite things that you're gonna get. For anyone who didn't really like the last one, they're gonna love this one because he kind of, he's like sorry for the last one, which is a lot of people did not like The Last Jedi. And so they're going into the be like, okay, cool. He fixed everything they did wrong. So I was like, okay, that's cool.
I'm also hearing, though, that it's a lot of fan service, and that can be scary. You know what I mean? That can go wrong is what I'm really trying to say.
How do you mean? I don't know about this. So please.
When I hear fan service, it makes me think like they're just going to throw everything at us to the point where it starts to get a little bit like it's not hitting the way it should.
Like pandering?
And it's obvious. It's obvious to the viewer. Like, oh, you're just doing this to impress me. But what about this part of the story that you should have covered? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. Everything I've seen has been fairly negative. And even the positive ones that I've seen mention like, it's not going to make other people real happy, but I loved it. So again, I think it's just a divisive crowd, and I'm just going to have to make my own choice.
That's what and I think the fair one I heard, and I'm not going to mention the person's name or whatever, but he was just like, really fun movie, great time. I hate that he apologized for everything that was done in the last movies, but it's super fun. I was like, that's a fair review.
Sounds like David Chin.
Oh, heck no. You don't get me started. I almost texted you last night.
About what?
I'm not going to say it now, but
Okay,
it was...
fair enough.
Yeah, it's
Podcast rule number 1, don't bash other podcasts on your show.
and my thing is, dude, I'm going in to have a blast to get whatever I want to get out of it. My goal is to go, and I know I'm not gonna be able to do this. This is not one of those movies if you go late enough, you're by yourself. It's just not gonna happen. People are gonna be at every showing. So I'm gonna have to deal with whoever's there, and I think I just loved the experience of watching The Last Jedi by myself, being able to, but I just have to deal with seeing it with people. That's fine. It's fine.
I think you need to see this on the big screen, dude. I think it's going to be,
I'm
you're going to be
going to.
impressed because you've never seen a Star Wars movie on the big screen that you can recall, right?
That I can recall. No.
Yeah. So this is definitely one you got to see it on. I would recommend IMAX.
Oh, wow.
I think you should go IMAX.
Okay.
Knock it all out. See, I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to see it I'm going to see IMAX first, and then I'm immediately going into another theater and I'm going to watch it 2D. Now, Friday, we may do a bonus show, so maybe I can't go on Friday.
Yes.
But when I go back, it's going to be 4DX, and then I want to see it in 3D, and then I'm going to try to see it in Screen X, which I'm sure they'll have. So I'm going to see it all. I'm going to see it a bunch of times. Thank you, Regal Unlimited. Damn it, I should work for you.
How long is the movie?
It's the second longest movie, I think is what they said. It's like 2 hours and 20 something minutes.
That's not terrible.
No.
I mean, it's only 19 minutes longer than 6 Underground.
What a movie.
Dude,
Hey,
okay.
By the way,
Yeah.
go ahead. I think you're going the same place I was
No,
going.
people are like, I've heard more and more people saying, you know what? It was perfect fun. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It was perfect fun.
Just because I didn't give it a high rating doesn't mean that I didn't have fun watching this crazy ass movie. And if you guys want to hear us talking about that, again, Scene It Cast, episode 161, there we talk about 6 Underground. We talk about The Last Jedi. And then we also talk about Richard Jewell, which I watched last week. And we talked about that one too. Great movie. But if you want to hear those reviews, go listen to Scene It Cast. Pick yourself up a new podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe you're like, new? There's 161 episodes. You're the new one, bastard. I'm going to just go ahead and listen to my normal, regularly scheduled show. So either way, make sure you listen. Oh, one more thing before I forget. I was also on the Picardcast last week. 2 shows. I'm a lucky man. I was there with Rebecca and Brooke, and I'm not exactly sure when the first one's coming out, but I think it's going to be this week. It may already be out by the time you're listening to this. But listen to Rebecca and Brooke on Picardcast. Basically, what they're doing right now is they're going over episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation. And then once the new series kicks in, I believe it's mid-January. It's on CBS All Access. It is called Picard. It looks dope if you haven't seen the preview for it. And if you're into Star Trek, I'm sure you're very well aware of this. But check it out. That's what they're going to be going for. They're going to be doing breakdown episodes, much like how, maybe not like how we did them, but if you listen to the word, they do breakdown episodes. So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe I'm looking forward to coming back. I'm inviting myself back on the show. But I had a lovely time with you. Wonderful, wonderful women. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, listen for that.
For sure, dude. For sure. I'm very happy that people are branching out and doing their thing, man. That's really freaking awesome.
I wish those lovely ladies nothing but the best of luck. I hope their show just blows up.
Just like Dan's solo show.
Okay, well, speaking of solo shows, what happened to 3 to 5 a week?
There is actually a surprise happening regarding that, as far as like I was wanting to do it, and there was times where I was going to do it. However, Christmas, blah, 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 boom, boom, pow, pow, bing, bing. It's coming back. There we go.
So can we expect 3 to 5 shows a week, or is it safe to say that maybe you went a little hard?
It's not as you guys know, it takes half an hour to record. I just need to, press record. And you know what, the big problem right now, I'm going to bring it right back around. News is happening so fast. By the time something happens, as far as policy and politics, it's been resolved by the time the night happened. It's over. It is literally old news.
Well, let me tell you,
something else happens.
Well, speaking of that, there's something going on right now as we record that I would love to hear your thoughts on.
Yeah. Impeachment?
So if you want to listen to that, ladies and gentlemen, go over to our Patreon page. Check it out.
Yeah.
It's called Steve's Triple Threat. I loved the show. Steve, tell them what it is.
It's me doing 10 minutes on pop culture, 10 minutes on politics, and 10 minutes on bull rup. And you
know what, though?
Yeah.
I think that you don't do enough time. You know why I say that? I'm not complaining about your show. I'm not critiquing your show. But listening to your show, you always go, I don't have enough time. And I think that you should just take Steven's advice and go 20. Give yourself a full hour, man.
Yeah, he definitely gave me some good advice. I need to do 2020. My only thought was, do I have 20 minutes to talk? And apparently I do. So
you totally
we'll
do. And then here's the thing. Why don't you just do one a week? An hour a week. Make it easy on yourself.
Do I have an hour?
You have an
Can
hour.
I go for an hour?
You work in the hours of the dead. You come home, the city
No,
sleeps.
I'm saying, do I have an hour of talking that I could actually, because I normally just be like, timer, don't edit, go.
Steve, I've known you a long time. You have an hour in you.
An hour of talking.
Yeah, of talking. You're like, I wish.
Oh, don't I wish, man. Don't I freaking wish, man. You know what?
I think you should do this, man. I think you should go an hour. Do twice a week if it makes you feel better. But I know you have 1 hour a week in you for sure.
Here's what I will say.
If I did an accidental hour, you can do an intentional hour.
I think, okay, so both of us, we will start doing, how about once a week, at least?
I would like to try that, but I just don't know. I don't think I'm going to name the show. I think it's just going to be an extension of this one.
Not Danathan the Manathan?
No.
Okay.
You keep that. I
I don't know why you don't go Danathan the Manathan. An hour with Danathan the Manathan?
No, stop it.
Hey, send in your ideas. Oh, no. People did send ideas for the name of well, no, that was for a segment. Send in names for Dan's show. I want to hear what the listeners think.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to use them, but like I said, I might just keep it a Heroes of Noise thing. Solo
Dan
show.
Ram.
It's just an extension of Heroes of Noise.
I know, but it's like...
And unlike you, I'm not trying to branch out and water down this show. I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? I'm not taking all my good shit and saving it for another show.
Good.
Like you.
Good stuff,
So,
huh? Good
yeah.
stuff.
So I'm just going to go ahead and make it an extension of the show. If you want a little something extra, go there.
Oh my, you're so good though, dude. You are so good at solo show, and I don't think you give yourself the props. Anyway, I'm done. You have to take that compliment. You are great at it, and you don't get your say.
You're a deluge of compliments, sir.
I am an avalanche. So you definitely are quite gifted. So Dan, I have a question for you. Are there any movies or shows as of this year that you just hopped onto that everyone else already knew about?
It's a good question. There's one that I watched a lot, but not all the way through a long time ago, and I'm now jumping back on
What is
and doing
that?
a full rewatch. I'll talk about it. Star Trek The Next Generation. It has to do with the Picardcast completely. They asked me to do 2 episodes, Descent Part 1 and 2, which is, I believe it is the finale of season 6, and then also the pilot, or not the pilot, but the premiere episode of season 7. So really good episode. And it just got me thinking, man, this is real. There's something about Star Trek The Next Generation, the ambience of that show. I'm talking about the way it sounds in the ship, the music they use, the way that they talk. It's very, now people are going to get pissed when I say this, because the one I'm talking about is completely drawing from this. But I think because I love the Orville so much, I've really come to appreciate Star Trek The Next Generation again. There's the similarities are crazy, right? And you can tell that they're completely drawing their inspiration from Star Trek The Next Generation. But I think because I like that formula and they stay so close to it, it's really made me just enjoy this a lot more, man. And I'm like I'm more into the characters now. I think at the time when it was out, I was just running around doing things and not really paying attention to that much television. So I would catch it here or there. But now I'm watching it, and Gail's into it too. And she totally gets the same thing that I'm talking about. I think the Orville has everything to do with us enjoying this show more now. But we're on a rewatch. We're trying to do at least 1 episode a night. Started off, we were doing 2 episodes a night, but we just get too busy right now. Christmas and such. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Master for Christ.
Yeah, for sure. So, but we're going to try to knock out the entire series, man. And that's something that to answer your question, that is something that everyone has been watching that I'm just starting to hop back on board.
So you started from the very beginning.
Yeah, I'm starting all over again.
Dang, that's about it, dude. That is how many seasons are there? 7?
7 or 8. And
you're going to go all the way through?
Mm-hmm, for sure.
That is so... Okay, I got a dumb question. I have not ever heard, and I watched Star Trek The Next Generation, but I was really young. When does he say, make it so?
Make it so, number 1.
Often?
He says it a lot, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I noticed that that's a thing, and I was like, it's funny, because that didn't really... Like, everyone has their saying, and for Trekkies, that's probably really like, oh, make it so. But I was like, I just didn't remember him saying that.
Hey, Steve, in the vein of that, since we're talking about Make It So, and it is Christmas, perhaps some of you people haven't heard this before. I'm going to go ahead and play this for you.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, make it so, make it so, make it so.
That's funny.
Topical.
That is funny. That is very topical. Like a cream.
That you put on your sore skin, your infected skin.
Ugh. Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Ointment. That would be more of an ointment.
What's worse? What's grosser? What's more gross? A salve or an ointment?
Ointment.
Like, are you in worse shape if the doctor prescribes you an ointment than if they would prescribe you a salve?
An ointment, I would think you're in worse shape, because normally an ointment in my brain, it would infer that there's an infection, whereas a salve is just taking care of whatever topical issue you had.
Okay.
I
should
think
know that, but I don't.
Huh? I know I might be wrong, but that's what it makes me think.
It sounds really convincing to me.
I mean, I think, because I don't think I've ever been in a situation. Hold on. I've never been prescribed an ointment. Have you?
Hey, you mind your business now.
I think the only prescriptions I've ever had were for my wisdom teeth, when I got my wisdom teeth extracted, and I didn't even use those.
My daughter's going to get her wisdom teeth out here real quick.
It's better to do it now. They had to break
say.
my jaw and then like fix my jaw.
Wow, I've had that done. Did you have a jaw? Was your jaw wired shut?
No.
Oh, then you got off easy.
No. How many did you have them all for at one time?
Yeah, I had them all done, but I didn't get my jaw broken. But I had orthodontia later on, and they broke my jaw, and I had it wired shut for 6 weeks.
What's orthodontia?
Like going to the orthodontist, braces.
That's called orthodontia?
Yeah. Orthodontics. There's orthodontics, and then there's orthodont. Yeah, I believe I'm saying this correctly.
I had orthodontia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whereas a orthodontist studies orthodontics.
Because you don't say I had doctored.
I had doctor. Where were you, Dad? I had doctor.
Yeah, I was like, why would they say I had orthodontia?
I had ointment. I had ointment at doctor.
That is such a weird thing. Okay.
Who makes these words up? Who looks at something and goes, ointment?
That's a fantastic question. That is like words are ridiculous, dude. Like if you say a word enough, it sounds insane.
I can see all the shit that we're supposed to be talking about that we watched this week just going out the window.
Oh, no. We're on
one. No, it's fine.
Not.
We're just on one.
Orthodontia. Oh, yeah. So I didn't know. How long did you have your jaw wide shut, if you don't mind?
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Lost 25 pounds.
Did you?
Blended all of my food.
Oh, your wife did it for you, didn't she?
Sometimes.
Oh, look at this.
The first week she did, I was a mess. I looked like it looked like like my cheekbones basically just went into my shoulders. That's how swollen I was.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
When's the wee one getting her
sometime next year. Oh, you know what? Next year sometime. But you know what we did this week? We had a daddy-daughter adventure.
Will you stop it?
Yeah, we did.
Tell me.
It became adventurous for a little bit. There was a little touch and go. I took her to get her nose pierced.
I'm in. Please proceed.
So
make it so.
We've been talking. Make it so. Make it so. Make it so. You dumb. Okay, so we've been talking about this for a couple of years. She's wanted to have her nose pierced for a couple of years, and I'm game. It's not that big of a deal. I think if it would have been like a tattoo,
yeah,
I'd have been like, nah, you're going to have to wait, because I even regret my first tattoo when I said I wasn't going to regret it. I've thought about this long enough. No, totally regret my first tattoo. So I really wanted that to be something that's something she has to deal with in her adult life. But the nose piercing to me is not a big deal. I actually like it. I think it looks good. Gail used to have her nose pierced. It's a good look. I like it. So I was down from day one, but Gail was like, no, let's wait until she's 16. I said, fair enough. And I was just going to let it go. Let it go. But I did.
Dear Lord.
But it just kept popping up. And then after a while, I just was really kind of into the idea. And I said, so when do you want to do this? And she's like, I don't know, Christmas break. So she's on Christmas break. And I woke up with a wild hair. And I'm like, hey, you want to go do this? So she's like, yeah, let's go. So and the other thing too is she's got a boyfriend now. So this was a big day for her. She was going on a movie date with her boyfriend.
Okay.
And she was supposed to meet him at this certain time. And I said, well, all right, look, let's go do this real quick. She's like, oh, I don't want to keep him waiting. And I said, Sarah, this is a perfect opportunity for you to see, like, I think that a man's patience is a key to like a relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? It's key. So like if this is a good way to kind of fill out and see if there's any red flags. If you keep someone waiting at first and they freak out right away, it only gets worse from there, right? So I said, just kind of keep them waiting. Just tell them you can blame it on me. Say that I'm running around because I had to give her a ride. And I said, just, tell her I'm running around and we'll get there when we get there. So she ended up being like a half an hour late.
That's it. Also, you know what you're doing? You're teaching that young man life. When a woman is like, I'm on my way, I'm getting ready. Just be prepared, homie.
Well, I can tell you this. I'm not, he's a good kid. I don't know him very well yet. So it was all about her as opposed to him.
Yes.
Which it should be that way anyway.
Train him up.
Yeah. Just, it's a good way though. Like, first date, I'm late. How is he going to react? If he's cool, nice. You pass test 1. But if he's like all pissed off, it only gets worse. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think, yes.
And,
yes.
And for the record, though, we're always on time. But this was something special. So I decided to go ahead and take her to where I got my tattoo done, right? And they have a piercing place there. So we went there. But like probably a lot of tattoo places, the time that they open doesn't necessarily mean they're going to open at that time. Like what's on the door doesn't mean that, because they're tattoo artists and they can pretty much do everything they want on appointment. So sometimes they don't open, and that's exactly what happened. So now we're waiting for nothing. And I said, well, let's go try this other place. And there's this place in the mall. I know it sounds weird when we say it's in the mall, but it's a full-on piercing shop. And I think it's going to be a tattoo shop too. And so I said, let's go check that out. So we went over there, and then it turns out that she knew the girl that pierced her nose is like related to one of her friends. Let's just say that.
Okay.
So she felt comfortable, and I felt comfortable. Like, okay, cool. She had a lot of piercings. I'm like, okay, she clearly knows what's up. Or does she, Steve? So we signed we signed all the papers and everything, and it didn't really go bad, but there was this moment where I'm like, oh shit, what have I done? So she's like, And by the way, if you haven't seen this and you're on the community page, you can just go to the video and watch it happen. So she's like, all right, I'm going to put this metal thing up your nose. And she's like, oh, cool. Okay. And then the piercing part was super quick. It was just like boom, 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 done. She didn't wince. Her eyes didn't water, nothing. It was done. I'm like, cool. That was really easy. And then when they pierce, they put like this little metal bar through to keep the hole. And then they have to thread the piercing onto it, right? So that was the part where it's like, uh-oh. And I had to cut it off on the video anyway, anyway. So I just made it a little bit shorter. But what was going on was she was actually quite nervous because she hadn't done that many of them, Steve. I did not know this at the time.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. I mean, but I look at it this way. Everything went okay. And as someone that's in healthcare, there is that point where you have to go from student to pro, right? You have to start doing these things that a tech does or whatever. So the fact that people will not say anything and allow you to do these things to their body, I appreciate when they're lenient like that and allow them to. So, but then again, this is my daughter. So if I'd have known that she wasn't if I'd have known that she was as green as she was, I probably would have suggested somebody else, but I didn't know this. So now we're just in it. So she's got the little metal piece through her nose and she's trying to thread the piercing and her hand is shaking like she just got a night of drinking in and she hasn't had the hair of the dog that bit her yet. And she's just like, oh, and she's trying to thread it. It's not working. And then she said something which made me go, oh, you are green. Nice girl, by the way. And I wish her well. And I'm sure she's going to do fine once she gets some more practice. But she goes, I'm just so nervous right now. And I'm like, oh, shit. You don't say those kind of things.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you don't say those kind of things. And Sarah's I didn't know this at the time because she looks super cool as it's going on. But she was freaking out. I'm freaking out, but I'm trying to be cool because I don't want her freaking out. You know what I mean? So it's all on video, or it's just me like, oh yeah, you're doing great. And she's like, yeah, I am doing great. But we were both freaking out at the time. She finally gets this thing on. Everything is fine. There's no, like her nose looks good. Everything looks great. But it was a little touch and go there for a second. So we had an adventure. And then I take her to her boyfriend. And then they go to the movies. And she has a new pierced nose. It was a nice day for her, Steve.
And did she have a good time with the dude?
Yeah, he's a good kid. I like him.
You like him?
I do. I like him. I don't know him very well yet. He is friendly. He talks to me. He's still a little bit shy, but I get that. I'm pretty approachable as a dad. I think they think all her friends just think I'm a weirdo. I'm the Star Wars geek. I'm the guy with the podcast. They're all, a lot of the band, because these are all band kids. And a lot of the band parents are very, well, hi there. How are you? I took some time from my multi-million-dollar business to come and be a band parent. And I'm just like, what's up? I got a podcast. You know what I'm saying?
You seem nice.
Yeah, you seem pretty cool. Like my Iron Maiden shirt? Mm-hmm.
Now,
I guess what I'm saying is I always feel like I'm a little immature to the rest of the parents over there. So I think that her friends, they tell her they think I'm cool, but I think they think I'm weird.
Is he a driver?
Not yet.
Okay.
There's a lot of driving.
Okay, he's young.
He's her age. He just doesn't have his license yet.
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think they're both getting their licenses in the next few months.
That is insane, man. Congratulations on her then.
Oy, oy, oy.
I imagine he's a fairly religious fella.
No.
Oh.
Mm-mm. Matter of fact, I think he might be an atheist.
Well, you know what? Yeah, women, you know what? Girls date their fathers.
2 steps forward, 2 steps back. They go together, because opposites attract. Listen to last week's show, ladies and gentlemen. This is just an extension of that. And then it was messed up because I didn't tell Gail that she was getting her nose pierced. So when I called her and I said, hey, don't get mad. And I actually sent her a picture and she kind of got mad and then we started fighting. And I'm like, why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
It's funny. Someone called me the other day and it was late. And it was like 11:45. And I was like, dude, it's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark.
He's like, what's out there? You look out your window. You okay? You want me to come over? You're like, no, beat it.
That is so funny. Dude, we're doing too much, man.
Nah.
Okay, hold on. We're not going to hold on. Wait. Dan, I have a question for you.
Each tangent we go, just take another movie off the list.
No, Dan.
Yeah.
What have you been watching?
Oh, okay. Thanks for bringing it around.
Oh, I have one more question. White dude, Hispanic?
White dude.
Okay, go
Yeah.
on.
He's so if I would have said Hispanic or black, we'd still be talking.
Yeah, now we can move on.
Oh, you're so racist.
No, I just thought I would have been like, oh, that's interesting.
Hey,
Good.
dare I say that we were a little out of character last week?
I think we were right in character.
I loved it. I had a great time, but I'm like, we were doing a few more racial jokes than we normally do.
You think
At
so?
least I think I did. So I hope I offended no one. I had a great time.
Well, the air is toxic in Fresno, so who knows?
Who knows?
We might be getting poisoned. But go on. What have you been watching, Dan? You have the freaking Regal card, as do I, but you've been going.
Yeah, well, okay, again, we just did that show on Cast. So if you want to see what I've been watching as far as movies go there. But I did watch another one last night, and then I have a few television viewings, of course, sir. You want me to start?
Please.
Well, one that I did watch in the movies at the old cinema, Steve, was a movie called Black Christmas. It's a remake, a 1970s movie, slasher movie, sorority slasher, one of the pioneer slasher movies, in my opinion, Steve. And this is the remake. It's directed by Sophia, I believe it is Takal. Like Takal, not like a Method Man, of course.
Man up in his piece.
Maybe it's Tackle. I'm going to say Takal. And then also by April Wolf. Stars Imogen Poots, Elise Shannon, Lily Donahue, and a whole bunch of other people that are not worth mentioning because, Steve, this was a huge pile of crap, this movie that I saw. Yeah, it was terrible. Now, I know that I think at the top of the show, we were talking about how some people say, like, you're getting two sides of the story, right? Isn't that what you told me on Twitter?
I did.
You're seeing my people like me having opinions, and then you see like the 180 of that.
Yes. Someone else being like, I liked it.
I do think that this movie is going to be divisive. I think that this movie is definitely set towards a certain crowd. I don't think that I was that crowd. And now I'm not going to get all political or anything on it, but I'm just going to tell you, let me just tell you what the movie's about real quick.
Okay.
Right? So a group of female students are stalked by a stranger during their Christmas break. That is until the young sorority pledges discovered that the killer is part of an underground college conspiracy. All right. Yeah, right? Gasp away, sir, because there's a lot to gasp about in this one. Now, are you familiar? I know you're familiar with this guy, but if I say his name, I'm hoping I'm saying it correctly. I think you're going to know who I'm talking about. I believe it's Carrie Ells.
I do.
Okay. And
Wait, you're talking about Carrie Elways?
Elways, thank you.
Yeah.
I've never liked this guy, so I've never bothered to say his name correctly. No. And I know right now there's someone going, but the Princess Bride. Don't give a shit.
I normally say Saw.
I don't like him. I don't know what it is. I don't hate him. But when I see him, I'd go, every time I see him. And I think it could just be a good old-fashioned I hate his face, I think is what's going on with this guy.
Okay.
But he plays he's the main professor in this movie, right? Now, I'm not going to spoil it because this movie spoils itself. But
look at this guy.
How can I do this without spoiling the movie? Should I just spoil it? Should I give you my thoughts? I don't know.
No,
I don't really
wouldn't
want to go too crazy on it.
There's some people that are probably going to go see it.
Yeah, and it's just my opinion, and it's not a thing. Here's the deal with this movie. I think that they are taking a very important subject. Okay, and let's just call it date rape. No. I'm trying to say it correctly to where I'm getting all the points across without being too cryptic. But yeah, that's what it is. Is that the main character? She has a sexual assault.
Yes.
And this is you kind of see it in flashback, but you don't really see it because it is a PG-13 movie. And quite honestly, who wants to see that anyway? But they, later on, her and her friends, they're like frenemies, I guess, with the other fraternity, and the person that did this assault is coming back for Christmas break, and that's where the story is basically. But what I think that these kind of subjects should be addressed in movies, and I do think that I do appreciate that they're making movies now for it's a PG-13. So if you're just wetting your palate with horror movies or something like that, I think that it's good that they have these. So you can dip your toe in the water. You can see whether or not horror movies are for you, slasher movies are for you. You get a quick little, it's like 101, you know what I mean? Like a horror 101 kind of thing. But I think that with this one, where it fails is that it's really going hard on sending that message. It's definitely a pro Me Too movie, and I'm totally down with that. That's fine. But I think where they fail in this movie is that they took every single catchphrase that you could incorporate with the Me Too movement, and then they just rapidly throw them at you without any structure to it. You know what I mean? They're just dropping phrases in to let you know, hey, this is the type of movie it is, but it's kind of unnecessary. And that's just my opinion. I mean, this is definitely a movie that is, it's a pro Me Too movie. And again, there's going to be a crowd that digs it, but I just thought it wasn't like the messages that they were throwing at me. I want to clarify this, okay? Because I'm not that guy. And I think if you listen to the show, you know that. But if you're new, let me just explain myself. It's not that the content offended me. It's not that the things that they were saying about certain men offended me. And it's not like I associated myself with that, because that's just not me. So when they're talking about, you know, men this and men that, I'm not including myself in that. I didn't feel like it was such a blanket statement that I got offended and personally attacked or anything. I just think that it was the script and the execution of how they're trying to get the message across that really failed. And it just was like overkill. And it just didn't seem like it was very planned out. It's like they said, we got to get all of these terms in and we got to throw these at the people so they know that's where we're coming from. And everyone was in agreement, but then they never really figured out a way to do it properly. So I think that the movie fails. And on top of that, I think it was unnecessary to take an existing franchise and then remake it and make it this type of a movie when they could have just done it. Like, it didn't need to be Black Christmas is what I'm getting at to have this movie come out. They just took this other movie, remade it, threw the Blumhouse stamp on it, and so they could get it out. And this is what we ended up with. So I really, honestly, I'm from the bottom of my heart, I just think this movie was terrible. I don't think there really has any kind of redeeming values. If you are into something like that, where you want to see these kind of movies and you want to support them for the cause, I get it. More power to you. Knock yourself out. But if you are going to look for a movie where you really want to be entertained and you know, enthralled in the movie the whole time, and you want some kind of a payoff, I personally don't think this is the movie. So I'll go ahead and rate this movie. I'll go ahead and give it a 1.5 out of 5. I'm just going to give it a 1.5 out of 5. Like, I actually don't even have any energy to go back and try and find something witty about it. It's a 1.5.
That is fair. That is fair.
Yeah, I don't care enough about this movie to really have the fun with it. I personally would not see this movie again if it comes out, but not because I'm so offended by it because I'm a guy. You know, it's not that. I just don't think it's a good movie. I don't think it was just poorly executed all the way through. If you don't like horror movies, if movies like that scare you, then I could see how you would kind of get into this one and be like, oh, okay, it's scary enough for me. But I just don't think it's like, there's really nothing about this movie that I found to be like, oh, I liked this though. You know, like all this stuff was bad, but I liked this. I just thought it was terrible. But what's his name again? Cary Elwes?
Yeah.
Yeah. His arc with this movie, it's fuck it. I'll just tell you this part because it's just ridiculous. So basically what it is there's this fraternity, right? And it's been around for like a really long time. And now you've seen this formula in a movie before where they do the initiation ceremonies, right? In the back room, and they all wear the hoods and stuff. You've seen this before a million times, I'm sure. It's that. But what it was is that they, at one point, someone had petitioned for I can't remember the guy's name, but it was like the head of this Hawthorne was his name. It was the head of Hawthorne College. And they had petitioned for him to have, or they had petitioned for them to take down the bust of him because I don't even remember exactly what it was, but it had something to do with like his, just he was like chauvinist, you know? So they took that out and then it just disappeared. No one knows where it went. It ends up back in the fraternity house in the secret room. And now, Steve, it's got black goo dripping from its eyes. So what they do is they take this black goo, and they anoint their pledges, and then they make them into like, I don't want to say zombies, but they're like killers that they can kill on their command now, kind of thing. And the whole purpose of this movie, it's all fronted by, I'm just ruining it for you, so sorry, just grain of salt. Trust me, I'm not really messing anything up. But Cary Elwes is Professor Geisen, and he's the main guy. And it just turns out that he's just doing this. He's killing all the sororities because they're making men look bad. It's just that's it. That's the movie. That's it.
And they turn people into zombies?
They're not zombies. They're, like I said, they're just kind of like under their control. It's like mind control. Possession, maybe? They just put a little Dr. Manhattan mark on their head with this black goo, and then they go under their command, and then they go out and kill. They do their bidding, if you will.
Are there any good kills?
No, because it's a PG-13 movie.
Ah, what?
That's what I'm saying. It's just not, like, it was just a perfect storm of crap.
Oh, that's
It's really
unfortunate.
bad. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not offending anyone with this because it's just my opinion. And really, who the fuck am I? But
Dude,
probably, I would say it's the second worst movie I've seen this year. No.
Whoa.
Third movie. Wait. No, I think it might. I think 1 and 2 are tied for. 1 and 2 are kind of tied, but I'll go ahead and say the 3 worst movies that I've seen this year. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. Black Christmas, The Dead Don't Die, and the Autopsy of Emily Rose, I think is the name of that one. No, it was the Autopsy of Jane Doe. Sorry. I think there is a movie. Oh, Possession of Emily Rose, I think is a movie that I was thinking of. But yeah, this is the Autopsy of Jane Doe, and it was garbage. 3 worst movies of the year right there. One of those bad boys is getting a noisy for sure.
Dude, I did not. That one, The Dead Don't Die, dude. Holy piss.
Terrible. Like it should have been so good with the cast they had, and it was just horrible.
I would
say that I would watch The Dead Don't Die over the other 2.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that movie is like watching someone yawn, though. Like, it just goes nowhere, and it goes very slowly. Like watching a snail crawl or something with no payoff.
Dude, that's the thing, though, man. Well, the thing is, I'm going to wait for it to come on video, and I'm going to see the Black Christmas. But, I forgot all about freaking The Dead Don't Die, Doug. Whew, I was so disappointed.
And guys, seriously, like, go see the movie if you want to. Really, why listen to me? But that's my honest opinion. I just think that they were trying. They had a good idea. I don't know why they chose to do a remake of a movie and then put this idea in it when it simply could have just been. It really could have just been its own movie. It could just give it a different name. I think they were using the Black Christmas name to bring in some people. You know, make a little holiday money, if you will. But yeah, it's all bad. It's just a really, really bad movie. The script is terrible. And I'm going to give you the line in the movie that kind of closes. This is a deal closer for me. Picture like picture the sorority, right? And they're all kind of like in a V formation, and they've got the bad guy cornered, and they're like, "You fucked with the wrong sorority." It's that kind of a movie. Hot garbage. Thank you very much. Basura caliente.
Nicely done. Yeah, I also just, I don't like fraternity and sorority movies, really.
Yeah, this movie's not for us, man. I'm telling you, it's not. There's a certain demographic of that are gonna get this movie and like it, and like I said, I think it's gonna be a lot of novice horror people, and then just people that are down for the cause. And I get it, but I think I'm gonna tell you right now, you're going to hate this movie. Now I know that we have differed on horror movies in the past. I mean, I'm not going to bring up Monster Project, but I just said it.
You're bugging.
No. But still, hold on. Before we go off on that, because you know what happens when we talk about that movie. I don't think it's going to be the same opinion this time. I don't think we're going to have that debate. I think you're going to be like, oh yeah, I totally get what you're talking about on this one.
I can't. Yeah, I think I'm going to watch it on DVD. Or
why don't you just do 8-track?
Stream it. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to stream it. I'm very
go get a laser disc.
Because this is not going to be something just to be like, I'm going to go just to dislike it. I'm like, nah, because I wouldn't just go to not like it. So I'd be like, I'll just wait for it to stream and then watch it. Because I like Imogen Poots.
I do too. And if you want to see a good Imogen Poots movie, then you should watch Green Room. Because that's a great Imogen Poots.
That's a good movie.
That's a fantastic movie.
Oh, and your boy's in it. Make It So.
Yes, of course. Patrick Stewart is amazing in that movie.
But, okay. So that's, you give it a thumbs down. What else?
1.5 out of 5, and that's it. I don't even want to give it any kind of. Okay, sure. Why not? I'm going to give it 1.5 out of 5 gooey statues.
Fair enough. What else you got?
Let's see. You know what? I was actually kind of curious. I wanted to hear about your thoughts on Headhunter.
Dude, it is okay. Let me first say, Shudder. I was looking through Shudder, and it's funny how we say we're looking for a movie to see, and you skip over like the first 6 options. I'm like, I don't know. I don't see anything good. But like, you literally have not watched any of the first 6 you scrolled past. But you're saying, let me find something to watch. So Headhunter kept on coming up. And in my brain, Headhunter looked like something that was going to have subtitles. But I was going to be doing something. So I couldn't watch it. But when I clicked on it, it said English. I was like, okay, I'll be doing something. So let me just go ahead and start this movie. I started. It starts off with, we are in a world of monsters. Every
Cool.
monster.
Very cool.
Every monster. And a monster kills his daughter. So he says, I am going to kill every monster in the world until I kill the one that killed my daughter. So he has heads of a werewolf, heads of some sort of beast, like decorating his house.
Like Predator.
So whenever he's done fighting, he comes in and he just mounts the head. And I'm like, so right off the jump, you go in knowing, oh, we are in a land of monsters because the heads are there. And you know you're going to look at the heads and be like, I know that one, I know that one, I know that one. And it's about him trying to find the beast that killed his daughter. And dude, let me just tell you something. Where you think it's going to end, it does not end that way. It is so much fun.
I'm taking that as a good thing.
Oh, I loved the ending.
That's good.
I loved the ending. And it's just a fun, people were not lying when they said, yeah, this is one of my favorite horror movies of the year. Sure enough, it is, dude. It freaking is, because, it shows what a person will do when hate is consuming you. Nothing scares you anymore. The hatred is more than any fear you have. When you go chasing a thing, like a wolf or a beast or some sort of monster, you're like, I want their head. It's fantastic. You're like, it's going to be right up your alley, dude.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch that one, man. That's something that I keep seeing pop up, and I just haven't had a chance to yet. But it looks super. Even just the cover art looks interesting.
Oh, dude, it is like his quote unquote armor that he goes out with. It's really nothing but a representation of how mad he is. It doesn't really protect him so much. It's just what he puts on to be like, I am transforming from a man to a monster killer. And like there's a few times where he gets hurt. He comes in like, ow, something got me. But when he takes off the armor to show like how hurt he is, it's gross, dude. You're like, oh my God, something got you.
Put it back on. Put it back on.
Yes, it's like, oh God. But yeah, it's really fun. I will give this 3.5 out of 5 werewolf heads.
Nice. I know
It's
how you like
really
the werewolf
fun.
heads.
Oh, dude. Listen, if I was not scared of werewolves like he was, I'd pretty much just start fights. Be like, I just killed a werewolf. What do you think you're going to do? It's really fun, man.
Nice. All right, I got one for you.
Hit me with it.
So this show is making me rethink canceling DC Universe, man. I have not been all that impressed. I hear Titan season 2 is fantastic. I haven't watched it yet, but I've kind of lost my faith in DC Universe just because there's other, the Disney Plus came along,
Of course.
Apple TV Plus, all of that. There's just a lot going on, and I had to like give something up. And I'm kind of thinking I might have been a little hasty with it because the new Harley Quinn just debuted about 3 weeks ago on there. It is fantastic, dude. This is must-watch series right here. It is created by Justin Halpern, Dean Lorey, and Patrick Schumacher. And then it stars Kaylee Cuoco, who plays Harley Quinn. You've got Lake Bell. J.B. Smoove plays a plant. It's awesome. If you think like Little Shop of Horrors, he plays a plant like that.
Okay.
It's called Frank the Plant, actually, what it is. And then you have Alan Tudyk, dude, as the Joker.
Oh, come on.
Come the hell on right now. I watched this a few weeks ago. I was meaning to talk about it. And I don't know, we babble and, it just didn't happen. But just watched the 3rd episode. The 4th will premiere this Friday. It comes out every Friday on DCU. So good. It's an animated series. And I know that can throw people off sometimes. If you're not into, you don't normally watch animated series, you might just think, that's just a kid's cartoon. Not the case. This is rated R. There's every, F-bombs galore. And it doesn't mean that that's why I like it. But this was clearly made for adults. It is so funny. The action's fantastic. The script is killer. And just everyone works so well together with each other. And it's like, there's a lot of dirty jokes in it. It's really good. This is completely made for adults. And I think that you guys need to get on this. If you don't have DC Universe, maybe wait until it's wrapped up, like in another, for another month or something like that. Then you're just going to, what you do is you just get that free week and you just binge it all. It is so worth it. It is so good. And I'm going to go ahead and give this one, for an animated series, I'm going 4.5 out of 5 mallets.
Not bad, man.
It might be 5 out of 5, dude. It's that good.
Oh, man. I hopefully I could get to watch that joint.
Like, I'm not even going to really give you any plot points or anything. It's just watch this show. It's rapid pace. It's so much fun. I was not expecting to like this show the way I did. But now it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, it's almost Friday. Got to watch Harley Quinn. It's that good.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait, because so far I haven't ran into any spoiler situations. I'm going to wait for it to stack and watch that joint.
Exactly, dude. That's what I would do.
There is something I want to talk about. I didn't really get to go in depth last time about this movie.
Okay.
And now I think it's one of those things where it's like, okay, we haven't talked about it deeply, but I'll just give my quick run through. It's The Marriage Story on Netflix.
Oh, yes.
All right. Starring Adam Driver, Scarlett Johansson, like freaking Laura Dern.
Great cast.
Ray Liotta. Randomly Ray Liotta. But
Who
anyway.
is not looking like Goodfellas anymore.
Dude, he's had a few bits of work done.
Yeah, I mean, we all age and stuff, and I know that at some point we try to fight it cosmetically, but...
Dude, he should have just aged, man.
Damn, Ray Liotta.
He had those piercing eyes, G, where it's just
now he doesn't have eyes.
It's pretty strange. Like, he doesn't have that same where he'd look at you and be like, what did you say to me?
Yeah, that
like,
intensity is
absolutely
gone.
Nothing, yeah.
Now he just comes off like a crazy old man.
Yes. He played a good lawyer. I'll give him that.
No, he's good in the movie. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
But it's about a woman who is, something happens. The guy does a few things, and they both do things, and it's about the process of divorce. It's by Noel Baumbach. And I will say, though, I've realized that there is something, like, everyone liked it. I walked away liking it. But the more it sat with me, the more I got bugged about it. Like, I'm like, it's not that good. And I realized why I don't think it's that good. It's because it's an exaggeration of a real thing. And like, it's like me saying childbirth, and the child comes out like deformed, jacked up, blood everywhere. I'm like, that's not a childbirth. It is for some, but I get what you're trying to do, and I totally understand it. And the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, I was just into the art of it, like seeing these two people act. But I'm wondering if I like the acting more than I like the actual story. When I really thought about the story, I'm like, wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
What now?
We're on the same page.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, the acting was great. Story wasn't terrific. I would suggest anyone that's going to go on watching this movie, just get off the internet. Don't even look it up. Don't. Watch it, get your own opinions on it. But we're just doing our job saying we did watch this very popular movie on Netflix. We have watched it, and I will say, yes, it's been watched. Adam Driver rubs me the wrong way sometimes. I don't even know what it is about him. There's just something about that dude, man. He has a Joaquin Phoenix going for me.
I could see that too. No, I think you're making valid points. And then plus you're not a big fan of Scarlett Johansson.
I'm really not, but for me, she was the star of this movie.
She was fantastic in this movie.
She was, she can act. Let's just be real. She can act. People are overdoing it about how good the acting was in this movie. We've seen that. Just calm down.
Well, no, but since I said she was fantastic and then you came with that, let me just explain myself real quick. I think that we have gotten very used to seeing a lot of Black Widow. You know what I mean? So it was a nice stretch for her. And totally. Don't get me wrong. I know she does other movies and everything, but I thought that it was refreshing after seeing so many Black Widow appearances to see her do some real acting. And I thought she did a great job. For what she's been doing lately, she did a great job. But I am not getting what everyone else is getting about this movie. If you guys need to go on Twitter right now and put hashtag marriage story, you're going to think it's the second coming of Christ. The way that these people. Am I lying, Steve?
Gee, I wasn't going to say anything.
It's the best movie I've ever seen. I don't even understand how did you get these two people together to make a movie like this? It's crazy. I don't even know what I'm going to say when it's time for awards. I don't even know what to do because it's that good of a movie. No, it's not. Stop it. It's not. And here's the other thing about this movie. I think it would have reached more people if the situation was a little bit more realistic. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're not all big-time actors and playwrights. With lots of money, with all the resources in the world to facilitate a very organized divorce. Now, I'm not going to act like I've ever been divorced before. I think I said this last week, so I'll just very briefly say it. So I can't really speak on that end. But something tells me that we're not all rich people, and if we get divorced, we can just spend $25,000 here, another $5. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the it doesn't. The representation isn't there. This is what I'm trying to say.
I agree, and I haven't been divorced. I will agree that this is not how. And mind you, this is supposed to be. We're going to tell you a story about a divorce. Someone who gets a role on a hit sitcom. How is that a relatable divorce?
That was killing it on Broadway. And then you have to decide on, well, are we living in California where I'm very successful? Or are we living in New York where you're very successful? I mean, I'm successful there too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when I got this randomly at the perfect time, I got a grant for how much money?
Yeah. This is a pickle. Yeah, man. I mean,
that's the thing, dude. That's the. Ugh.
This movie is a good movie. Don't let us take away from it. It's totally worth watching. I would recommend watching it in the right frame of mind. Like if you're pondering divorce, maybe not watch this movie. Or if you're just got served some papers, maybe not watch this movie. But at some point, watch it. I think it's worth it. I think it is a good movie. But people, calm down. Like they're
Chill
just,
out.
oh my God, it's the best movie I've ever seen.
Oh, dude, you guys. I would say.
Hold on a second, man. Let me just, okay, hold on. Hey, Mom, how are you? Listen, I can't talk right now. I'm doing a podcast, but you gotta watch this movie. It's called Marriage Story.
Gee,
it's fantastic. Okay, I love you. Bye.
Gee,
not that movie.
And that's it. And my thing is, if people are going so crazy over that, well, then you should be losing your minds over Knives Out.
Right.
You should be mentally, your head should be exploding for Knives Out.
There should be brains on the seat in front of you and brains on the seat in back of you.
If you thought this was amazing, you should be like, how did Lupita Nyong'o do that voice and have that weird look the whole time? No.
I got robbed this year at the Golden Globes.
I will still never forget the first time I heard that voice. When we heard that voice, we're like, oh my God.
I'm scared now.
But yeah, I would say it's like, I'm 100% on Dan's side. It's a good movie, but just calm, because what you're doing is people are going to watch the movie and be like, oh, just a normal movie.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, you're like, it's fine. Compared to what everyone is saying you're about to witness, there are certain movies that will not be mentioned because they have a rating unto themselves on this show that you can't pump up enough.
Right.
You cannot say brace yourself enough because you just can't be ready for it. This is not that movie. Just calm down, dude.
They should have called this movie Just Calm Down.
Oh, dude, for real. That's no question.
Did we rate it?
I will rate it. Yeah, give me your rating first.
I'm going to go ahead and give this, again, it's a good movie. I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 awkward Adam Driver singing moments.
Dude. Oh, Dan.
He's all,
oh, dude.
Do you love me? Do you love me? Because he had on the Kylo Ren mask when he was doing it.
Oh, I got you. Nicely done. That was really like his singing. But anyway, I'm going to give this 3 out of 5 manila envelopes. Oh, and my girl Merritt Weaver's in it. She was just like, here's my thing. Anything she's on, I'm watching. I love her.
Her and Toni Collette. They're just eating up screen.
Dude.
In Unbelievable. So, guys, that's on Netflix, too. You got to check that one out. I think it's like a 6 or 8 part miniseries.
I'm
really,
so mad
really
it ended. I'm so mad that it ended, dude. She was so good.
And for the amount of time that she was on screen in that movie, like in Marriage Story, she still killed it, but she just wasn't in the movie very much. But yeah, she's great.
She is fantastic. And look, listen, she acted the way a normal person would. I'd be like, why am I doing this? This is weird. This is very strange. But anyway, I will give it, again, that was my rating. That is it. I go in thinking it's going to be a good movie, but do not expect to see the best movie of the year by people. But like Dan said, beware, because by what you're listening to, that's what you'll get. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, people, we have a bonus episode about to be recorded in a little bit. When I say little bit, I mean like 48 hours. But either way, enjoy your Christmases, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas. Cross your fingers for my toy buying. Cross your fingers for my gift buying situation. Hope that I don't disappoint the bell. I love you all so very much. Enjoy your Christmases. You will be hearing from us shortly. Ho, 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 and peace.
One more short review. I'm not even going to rate it. I'm just going to tell you, if you liked the first Jumanji, check out Jumanji The Next Level. It's a lot of fun. I don't think these kind of movies are where they just need to be so good that they have to keep topping themselves. You know what I'm saying? But it's a worthy sequel. It's a lot of fun. I like the mix-up that they did. Didn't get a chance to talk about it. What will I rate it? Just for quickness, I'm going to go ahead and give Jumanji The Next Level. I'm going to give it 3.75 out of 5 Jumanji drums. And that's only because I'm trying to be quick about it. Anyway, guys, and also, by the way, and I think Steve will agree with me, the Watchmen finale. Holy shit. But we'll have to talk about that another time.
Oh, dude.
That's bonus episode stuff. Yeah, we'll come back to that for bonus episode. But Watchmen finale, ladies and gentlemen, just start watching that show if you haven't watched it yet. That is a 5 out of 5 eggs. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 eggs. That's what I'm giving it.
Oh my God.
If I can give it a 6, I'm giving it a 6 out of 5 eggs.
Genius, dude.
Genius movie. And it also 6.5 holes in the hands. I'm going to leave it at that.
Dude, that writing.
Right?
Anyway.
It's just amazing. I don't know. And I think, and I'll just say this, I think they shouldn't make another series.
No.
I don't think a second season won't work. Like, just leave it just like that. It leaves so much to the imagination.
Oh,
and it's
dude.
fucking fantastic.
If
Regina King doesn't get something for Watchmen, then I'm just done. I'm just quitting the podcast. That's it. I'm done. Tired of this shit. Yeah, that's it. All right, sorry. So anyway, were you still recording?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, because it would sound weird if it was one-sided. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to episode 92. As Steve has mentioned, Christmas is upon us. I wish you all a safe and happy Christmas with you and yours. Hope you get what you liked. Hope you don't fuck up and get a bad gift for somebody. Just be safe. Just be with your family and your friends, because that's what's important, ladies and gentlemen. And on that note, be good to yourselves. Be good to the people around you. My name is Dan Ramirez, and this is where I say peace.